The Jamaica Titans are playing their final match in the West Indies T20 Breakout League for 2025. So far, the Titans have won one and have lost three. They are at the bottom of the table on 8 points. This, their final match against the Windward Islands Infernos, is taking place at the Brian Lara Cricket Academy in Tarouba, Trinidad and Tobago. Hello everyone and welcome to the #1 cricket channel in the Caribbean. I thank you for being here and I appreciate your company. And I look forward to your live interactions. Drop your comments in the chat. Let us have a lively discussion. We can also not only talk about this match, but talk about the West Indies squad to tour the United Kingdom. That's Ireland and England later this year. That squad was released also yesterday. So there's a lot to talk about as we go through this Jamaica match here now. I want to welcome you all and it's a pleasure. So the Windward Islands Infernos won the toss and chose to bat first. And at the drinks break, they are 84 without loss after 10 overs. This must be the highest opening stand in the tournament thus far. I cannot recall from memory another team getting up to 84 of their 10 overs. So they are the two playing 11s on the screen there. To my right, Ramel Lewis is the captain, Kurt McKenzie, Javon Royal, Andrew Ramaban, Brian Barnes, Jordan Johnson, Anthony Dackers, Gavaskar Edmond, Leroy Lugg, Michael Clark, and Dimitar Anderson. Interestingly, Michael Clark bowled 2 overs. He is not keeping today. One would have expected that Michael Clark would have been the keeper. Hello, Merrick Meredith and Christopher Bristol. Big up to you, gentlemen. Welcome to the show. I am glad that you are here. So, Jeremiah is on 43 from 32 deliveries, and Alec Atanase is on 32 from 28 deliveries. As Dakas bowls to the left-handed Jeremiah, who plays it into the offside, and there is no run. Who is that at backward point? Jamor Small, good night, sir. Your team clashing with my team. Very interesting to have you here. It's a real pleasure. So the Leeward Islands Infernos 11, as you see there on the screen. Let me take this delivery and then I read it out for you. But it's on the screen. You will see it. Dackers or Dakers. How is it pronounced? I think probably Dakers. It's over the wicket, balls to the left-handed. Jeremiah, who pulls this down to the fielder on the mid-wicket boundary, and they got a singer. The score goes up to 85 without loss after 10.2. Remind you that the Infernos, Windward Island, they won the toss and they choose to bat first. And they are off to probably, I think, the very best start of the tournament. So, Atanase, Noel Leo, Marbra Singh, Yuan Jeremiah, Cyrus Philip, Bishop, Clark, Gaston Douglas, Shadrach Descartes, and Ryan John. Dakers bowl full toss. Atanase flashes outside the half stump. The ball beat him and goes through to the keeper, and there is no run. So I don't. These things usually happens at night. I don't know why. It's just. Sometimes you wonder. You really wonder why. As soon as you come on, the lights start flashing. The light just going in and out. Athena, welcome to the show. Good to have you here, man. We look forward to a very interesting and lively interaction. I'm going to take your questions on the West Indies playing squad. If you have any question, I'll try my best to answer them. Dakers bowl to Atanase, who comes back, gives himself room, plays it out into the offside. Extra cover comes to his left. That's Mackenzie. They go through for a single. One more to the total. 86 without loss. 86 without loss. The match is being shown on ESPN. I would have done more watch along, but when the match is shown on YouTube, I don't think I should be doing watch along, So, but we'd have done more watch along. But this one is not on YouTube today. That's my understanding. So I decided, say, let's come on and do a watch along, and so we can interact with this wonderful fan base. Down the leg side from Dakers, Jeremiah looks to pull. It goes through to the keeper. Wide signal, 87 without loss after 10.4. 87 without loss. So good start here by the Windward Islands Infernos. Good start here. We'll be looking to pile it on the Jamaicans. Jamaica, the only team that Jamaica beat was the Guyana Rainforest Rangers. But interestingly, the Guyana Rainforest Rangers are in third position and will be in the playoff. Oh, well, Barbados have surpassed them today with that win. Yes, Dakers, balls to the left-handed Jeremiah, who hit this down to the man on the long on boundary. That's Jordan Johnson. And gainly so, it wasn't a fluent drive. It was a jerky drive down to the fielder on the long on boundary. And they got a single. So it's one more to the total. So they sent home Darren Ganga from the IPL. That there he is on commentary. He apparently was sent home or his contract expired. Good stint, though. To be fair, Ganga is one of the better commentators at the IPL. It's not a matter of a Caribbean bias, but he is one of the better commentators at the IPL. 88 without loss. There is bowled. Atanez bowled down by Dakers as he looks to pull. It kept low and his half stump knocked out of the ground, and Jamaica have picked up their first wicket with a score on 88. Dakers getting the breakthrough. He's probably Jamaica's best bowler in the tournament thus far. 1 for 20. That was the final delivery of his third over. It's short. I think it kept lower than Atanez expected. Nonetheless, it's a breakthrough for Jamaica, and that breakthrough is welcome. So Dakers picking up his first wicket. And Jamaica first wicket in the match. I said earlier, I think that Dakers is probably Jamaica's best bowler in the tournament. And I am wrong about that, because Jafar Royal, he is Jamaica's best bowler. He has so far taken 5 wickets in the tournament. 5 wickets, giving away 88 runs. That's Jafar Royal. So Dakers, well, he's probably the best seamers, the best Jamaica seamer in the tournament. But I am impressed with him ever since I saw him that Saturday down by Manleon, when I went down there to stream the warm-up match, their final practice match before they leave. And so I went there and seen. So Anthony Dakers is the name. So that would be his third wicket in the tournament. He has been bowling well though, because no, that's not Anthony Dakers. What's his first name? I assume that I have his first name right in front of me here and worrying about his first name. So yes, Anthony Dakers. Wow, that's his third wicket in the tournament. I really thought that he had more wickets than that in the tournament. So that's his third wicket in the tournament, Anthony Dakers. All right. So good evening to everyone. I really look forward to your comments and really would love to discuss the West Indies squad. Here's Edmond over the wicket. Bowls to Jeremiah, who flashes outside the half stump. It goes through to the keeper. There is no run. The score remains at 88 for 1. So Edmond, who went to St. Elizabeth Technical High School, called winning I think he did the double in 2023, or the treble. Did they win also the T20? I think they won the treble in 2023. Headman, Gavaskar Edmond. I think his father loves Sunil Gavaskar, so Mr. Headman definitely loves Sunil Gavaskar, so he named him Gavaskar Edmond. Understand? Over the wicket, come Edmond to the left-handed Jeremiah, who pulls high in the air, down back with a square leg. It gone all the way. All the way for 6. That was short. And Jeremiah pulled it and brought up his half century. So 51 for Johan Jeremiah from 37 deliveries. That was a lovely shot. Headman was shot into the pitch and he pulled it over backward square leg for 6. Well, say he hooks it. He played that shot well, you know. He played that one very, very well, Jamor Small. 94 for 1 after 11.2 overs. So I just checking on the live chat to see. There's a poll going on in the live chat, and just like to see that 53% of the respondents thinks that Jamaica will win. Headman bowls to your uppercut over cover. Let's see it gone. 1 bounce for 4. Headman guilty of bowling too short here. Was short above the batsman's shoulder the previous delivery, which he hooked away over backward square leg for 6. This one was short outside the half stump, and he uppercut it over cover. 1 bounce down to the boundary for 4. The fielder on the cover boundary came to his left, but he could do nothing about it as it bounced away into the boundary, and he moves up now to 55. So Jeremiah moves up to 55. Welcome the champion. Good evening to you. It's a pleasure having you here. Respect every time, man. So if you're in the state, you can watch the match on ESPN or in the Caribbean. Edman comes in, bowls to Johan Jeremiah, and hit this high, long, hard. Oh, he's taking him to pieces here. So the former state student and present-day student at Michael University, Gavaskar Headman, is been flogged. 6-4-6, and that one was short again, and Johan Jeremiah was early onto it, and he pulled it over long on. Yes, not mid-wicket, not backward square leg. That was really a nothing delivery, and he pulled it away over long on for 6. The score goes up to 104 for 1. Johan Jeremiah, can he make the first century of this tournament? He's on 61. Are we going to witness tonight the first century of the tournament? So Lewis, the captain, the Jamaica captain, having a word with his former Stets sites. You know, Stets won the Headley Cup and the Spalding Cup, and they'll be looking to go for the treble. They won their first match in the Super 8. That guide away down to backward point for 4 more. So he went for the Yorker, he pitched it up, and Johan Jeremiah just opened the face of the bat and guided it away down to the backward point boundary for 4 more. Jamaica under the catch. We are really under the cash. And Dr. Sam Christian is saying that Infernos is well positioned to accelerate at this point. I agree with you, and Johan Jeremiah is doing just that. 65 from 40 deliveries. Will we witness the first century? I don't want it to come against Jamaica, but if it comes, you just have to watch and enjoy bowls, and that's a much better delivery. He covers up, plays it into the onside. The bowler was late to give chase, but he prevents the second run. The score goes up by 1 to 109 for 1 at the end of over number 12. 109 for 1 at the end of over number 12. You know, that was a big over there. 6-4, 6-4. I think 21 came out of that over from memory. So good knock here by Johan Jeremiah. Let's see if he can keep it going. Please remember to slash a like on the video. Click on that subscribe button. So it seems like it has switched around now. The live poll appears to have switched around. No, still in favor of Jamaica, 52%. 52% still think that Jamaica will win. As I always said, you never know how good the pitch is for batting until the team bats second. Never know. You'll never know how good it is for batting until the team bats second. So this is Barnes. Which one of the Barnes is this now? Brian Barnes? Yes. So Brian Barnes, they're going to bowl some off spin, I suspect. Like his brother Brad. who got 23 wickets in the 4-day. Oh, you know that he might get a wicket with a long up here. The feel like, oh, it gone all the way. Oh, for a moment, I thought that ball went straight up, but it not only went straight up, it went far. It was a long up, and it pulled. And Johan Jeremiah is on 72. You know, there's just a feeling inside of me where I would love to see the batsman get 100. So nothing would wrong if he gets 100 and Jamaica still win. I would surely enjoy that. You know, nothing wrong with him getting 100. So let's watch. Barnes round the wicket, balls to the left hand, then Johan Jeremiah hit this high again, hard again, out of the ground, 6 more. Wow, he's dealing in 6s here. So he's dealing in 6s here. Can we have it here? Barnes has been taken to the cleaners. Wow. What will happen here? 2 deliveries, 12 runs. 2 long up, and they were dispatched. Let's see, 121 for 1. Thank you very much. 121 for 1. So he decides to go back over the wicket. He comes in, bowls to York. Oh, 6 more! Over deep mid-wicket. Oh, onto the grass bank. Is it going to happen? Is it going to happen? 84 he is. 84 from 44 deliveries. Is this the first 100 loaded? Is it the first? I can always call 100 because part of me wants him to get it. Part of me doesn't want him to get it because it's against Jamaica. It's natural. You know, but I have mixed feeling about this. I would love to witness the first 100. But at the same time, if he gets out, I'm still cool with it. After all, it's against Jamaica, and he looks like he wants to take the game away from Jamaica at this time. I think Barnes should try go full. Don't go into the pitch, go full. Let him hit you from full. Don't let him hit you for 6 sixes. And Mackenzie's waving his arms. I don't think that he should be waving his arms at this time. You know, I can't, well, you know, there always frustration in the spur of the moment. So you can understand Mackenzie waving his arm. Probably, if I was out there, I'd be more than waving my arm. Go full Barnes. Yes, Barnes. Round the wicket, balls outside the half stump, cut away to cover, no run. Can't hit 6-6 out of the over again. And that was a much fuller delivery from the young man. Yes. So let's watch now. Yeah, so I understand you in a perfect world. Let's watch Barnes. He's over the wicket, balls to Johan Jeremiah, up and over backward point, work for the fielder. That's Mackenzie, and they will come back for 2, and he will move up to 86. Yes, I was making a point that in a perfect world, you wouldn't want your teammate to be waving his arm and I say, what I want. But that's a perfect world. Cricket is not perfect. You know, because it's deep frustration. It's deep frustration. So I can understand why you would not want him to do it. I can understand. As Barnes comes in, bowls to Jeremiah, peels off the outer portion of the bat down to the boundary for 4. He moves into his 90s. End of the over, 24 from it, 3-6 and 1-4 and a 2. And so he went full there, but he overpitched and it peeled away down over backward point for 4. Big over that, big over. So he is at 90. He has now moved into the 90s, West Indies T20 Breakout League, most 6s. Oh, Ian Paris is now tied on the most 6s. So he has moved into his 90s. You know, so, wow. As I said, it's mixed feelings, you know. Somebody talk to the bowler, please. Too much runs a giveaway, said Jamor Small. Yes. I'd never like a batsman make 100 against my team. Nonetheless, it would be good if someone can make 100 in the tournament and be the first person to make 100 in this tournament. So this looked to be the Titans captain. That's Robert Lewis, who's going to come into the attack. His first 2 overs went for 18 runs. Lewis comes in, bowls to Teddy Bishop, inside edge and to his pad. The keeper comes from behind the stump, and there is no run. So that was inside edge onto the pad. The keeper came from behind the stump, and there was no runs. Is this Anderson keeping? It looks like it's Anderson the keeper. He's tall. Lewis bowls, driven down to long on for 1 by Bishop. He's off the mark. The score goes up to 135 for 1. 134. I'm ahead of myself there. 134 for 1. So 134 for 1. They did have a long talk with him. I'm just going to read out the Titans bowlers. So Jeffrey Royal, 3 overs, no maiden, none for 31. Gavaskar Edmond, 2 overs, no maiden, none for 28. Round the wicket, Lewis bowled to Johan Jeremiah, and he hit this high and hard over the field ahead, who jumps but just couldn't haul it in. It went for 6. I hope he hasn't hurt himself. It looks to be Barnes, so he's on 96. So he hit it over long on. The fielder was right on the rope. I don't think he could have gone back further. I think they brought in the rope a little for this tournament. So 96 is Jeremiah. Bowls, and that one comes back into him with the arm. He plays it into the offside and one goes through for a quick singer. He moves up to 97. The score is 141 for 1. So he's now the sole leader. He's now the batsman who would have hit the most 6 in the tournament thus far. So he's on 96. 97, forgive me, you got one there. 141 for 1. Lewis, none for 26 from his 2.4, bowls to Bishop, who swings from the hip, mistime it, got the bottom inside portion of the bat, goes down to mid-wicket for 1. It just trickled down to mid-wicket. There was no timing. He isn't watching the ball. He just swung from the hip, and he got 1. He moves up to 2 from 3 deliveries, and Jeremiah and 37 comes into strike. So let's watch Jeremiah. Johan Jeremiah. Round the wicket, bowls to Jeremiah. He's bowled down. He's bowled down. I don't like anyone scoring 100 against Jamaica. Well done, Romel Lewis. He's bowled down. Bowled down. Bowled down. I told you I don't like anyone scoring 100 against Jamaica. Well played though, young man. Well played. Good 97. 97 from 50 deliveries. The highest score in the tournament. Good from Royal, congratulating him. Yes, and Dakers also congratulate him. Well played, young man. 97 from 50 deliveries. Good knock. I would have been happy for him if he made 100, but I'm happier that he has not made it against Jamaica. Probably he can make it against someone else. And for the first 100 in the tournament to be scored against Jamaica, that would be in the record book. Would be in the record book for a long time, you know. So well done, Captain Romel Lewis. Well done. Well done. Well done. But good, well played though, Jeremiah. You and Jeremiah. Good knock. Good knock. Oh, that was close. I thought he was going to catch it. You mean the 6? And saying that, oh no, he fell short. Good knock, lad. Yes, there's a good knock. No doubt about that. Jam was small. It was a good knock, but he was now bowled down, you know. And good knock. Congratulations about the knock. But, you know, no one make 100 against my team. Same way I don't like when batsmen make 100 against West Indies. Don't like when person make 100 against Jamaica either. You know, so well done. Well done, Romel Lewis. Getting the wicket. At least I have something to cheer about. He didn't make the 100. And so I'm just checking on the live poll here to see. So it's now 50-50. 50% believe that Jamaica will win and 50% believe, as that one is turned into the onside by Bishop and they come back for 2 because again he mistimed the drive and they got 2. The score goes up to 144 for 2. So it's now 50-50 between the Titans and the Windward Islands Infernos. Very interesting. You know, and he could have just come back and just pushed that into the offside, but he was looking for the extravagant drive. Did it come off the inside edge? Disappointed, I can understand. I can understand the disappointment, but nonetheless, good wicket there, Romel Lewis. Yeah. What happened here? I don't know what happened. I'm gone. How you doing, Carlton Ayman? Where are the images? I hope you are hearing me. I don't understand this. Oh, that's much better now. Thank you, Carlton. That's much better. I don't know what happened there just now. So another wicket have gone down. Descartes, who has the second highest strike rate. Oh, inside edge again onto his stump. So this pitch is taken inside edge today. Have the 3 batsmen who have been out, has it been inside edge? I think so, you know. I think all 3 batsmen have been bowled off the inside edge. Yeah, all 3 batsmen have been bowled off the inside edge. Atanase, Johan Jeremiah, and now Shadrach Descartes, who before this match has the second highest strike rate in the tournament. So let me give you the Jamaican bowling figures. Royal 3 overs, no maiden, 1 for 22. Edmund 2 overs, no maiden, none for 28. Michael Clark 2 overs, no maiden, none for 21. Andrew Rambaran 1 over that went for 15. Romel Lewis 3 overs, 1 for 27. Anthony Dacres 3 overs, 1 for 20. Brian Barnes 1 over went for 18, but if memory serves me right, it was 24. So I think it's 24. So, you know, when you make one mistake with the score, then hard to have confidence that in anything else you see. So let me stick with the screen then. 145 for 3, and they're gonna run 3 here. So they're gonna come back and it's now 148 for 3. So it's 148 for 3. 148 for 3. Royal mixing the fruit punch. Next wicket fall. Yes, sir. Oh, Carlton Ayman, how you doing, man? Good to have you here. Long time. It's a long time. You know, I haven't seen you around. So those are the 2 playing 11 there on the screen. I think it's good that the playing 11 can be there. So you're checking in and you'll see the playing 11, of course. Jamor Small, Royal mixing the fruit punch. Next wicket fell. Patrick Lambert. So it's good to see the Windward Island supporters coming out to chat with me tonight and to interact, because really appreciate it. Patrick Lambert, what do you think about the West Indies squad? What do you think about majority of the persons think that 14 are good, but one person shouldn't be there? I mean, I don't know if each person is identifying the same person. For me, as you saw today, I picked my squad, and you'll see the two alternatives that I would have used. As I said, I don't really have an issue with the squad that is selected. It is just that if I was picking it, I would have gone with those two instead of those two. You can watch the video. It's on the home page if you have not watched it yet, and you'll see the two alternatives that I put in the squad. So it's our squad. We have to support it, and we have to, you know, we have to back the coach. We have to back the coach, but it doesn't mean backing the coach is above criticism. It doesn't mean backing the coach we should not voice our opinions. So there are some persons who want to shut us up and don't want us to voice our opinions. But it can't go that way. That one slapped away past the man at extra cover down towards the boundary. The fielder comes around, put down a big boot there, that's royal, and they come back for two. So this is not a dictatorship. We are not in a dictatorship. Not in a dictatorship. Persons must be allowed to express their opinions freely. And those of you who don't think that we should express our opinion freely, you can go somewhere else. It's as simple as that, because on this program, everyone is allowed to express their opinion freely. And no one is above criticism. So support Darren Sammy, yes, but he's not above criticism. And we have to back our coach. He's a West Indies coach. But we must be allowed to express ourselves and give our opinion. Yes. And impressive. He was impressive, you and Jeremiah. Good knock. 157 for 3 after 15.3 overs. So just showing some highlights. 157 for 3. 97 from 50 deliveries. Oh, that one, 157 for 3. They are beating the Jamaican bowlers. That's 157 after 15.3. That's what? 10 point. That's about 10.6, 10.7. Over the wicket, comes in, bowls to Bishop, who hit this high and hard, out of the ground for 6 more. Oh, Clark has been taken to pieces here. That's the second 6 out of the over. 163 now for 3. 163 for 3. Yeah, Carlton Heyman is saying, opinion is great. That's what made the platform so good. Absolutely, Carlton. But there are some persons who don't think that you are allowed to express your opinion. They don't want opinions to be expressed. But I always said it. If every girl was pretty, all of them would be ugly. Clark bowled wide outside the half stump, hiding from Teddy Bishop, who's on 20 from 11 deliveries. One more to the total, 164 for 3. Yeah, Windward Islands Infernos should get 200 from here. Well, the champion, that's on the card. I agree with you. That's on the card. As someone who wants Jamaica to win, you hope that they don't get it. You hope that they will all out for 164. Can we get a double hat-trick here? Down the ground goes Teddy Bishop. Good straight 8-6 more. So that put pay to the 164 and the double hat-trick. It's 170 now for 3. 170 for 3, 2.4 overs, none for 42. I know Michael Clark as a very good wicket keeper. And I would love to see him go back to this wicket keeping, and I hope this spell will convince him that he's not a bowler. Because he's an extremely good wicket keeper. I think he's probably arguably the best young wicket keeper in Jamaica. So I'd love to see him goes back to his wicket keeping. Hope this spell convince him that he's not a bowler. So at the current run rate, they would get up to 215. If they go at 10 or over from here, well, they really probably want to get up to 220. I expect them to reach about 220. Slower delivery, play down to mid-on. They come back for 2. Yes, they are going for it as the fielder comes in off the long-on boundary and could not prevent the second. It's now 172 for 3 at the end of over number 16. I think that they should get at least 220. 4 overs to go, and they are 172 for 3, 172. 4 12s 48, that's exactly 220. So the Windward Islands will be very disappointed if they get less than 220. I, on the other hand, as someone who is supporting Jamaica, I hope we can bowl them out for 180. Can somebody just bowl some magic spell right now? I mean, some absolute magic spell that just dismantle them. And we get them out for 180. They are 172 for 3. But they'll be very disappointed if they don't get up to 220. Royal to Bishop down the pitch. Play this down to deep mid-wicket and they go back for 2. The return comes in, but they beat it comfortable. 2 more to the total. 174. I have not watched your squad, but I don't have a problem with the 15-men Sammy as selected. As I said, Patrick Lambert, I don't have an issue with the squad. It's just a matter if I was selecting it. I have 2 alternatives that I would have put in. Short outside the half stump, cut, misses, wide signal, 175 for 3. Hello to Teresa and Shirley Samuels. Oh, they should be tuning in. I guess they have not. Well, it's after 8 now, so they should be home from work. Let's watch Royal. Round the wicket, bowls to Bishop, wide outside the half stump. It's Douglas. Wide outside the half stump, it goes through to the keeper, and there is no run. No wide signal this time. The batsman move before the bowler deliver, and no wide was signal. So let me give you an idea. In 19... Royal comes in, bowls. High in the air. This should be out. Should be out. Take the catch, young man. Well done. Jordan Johnson took it on the long off boundary. And so 4 wicket gone down. 175 for 4. We must get them out under 200, man. Don't let them get 200. I know they'll be looking to get 220. That should be the target. If I was supporting the Infernos, that would what I would have want them to get. But supporting Jamaica, I don't want them to get 190. I don't want them to get 180. I know that is probably unrealistic to wish them not to get 180, but can we get them out for 190 or less? So Patrick could add 5 more to my 220. No problem, Patrick. That's how I do. We support our team. No problem with that. I don't have any problem with that. I hope not, though. What a match today. That Inter Milan beating Barcelona. And I know that there's a lot of Barcelona fans inside here. And I'm not an Inter Milan fan. But I always want, not always, there are times when I don't want Barcelona to lose. But most of the times, I want Barcelona to lose. So I was happy that they lost today. I'm not an Inter fan. I'm not a Barcelona. I'm an AC Milan fan. And you know, both AC Milan and Inter Milan operate from out of the San Siro Stadium. So, but they are fierce rivals. So I'm not an Inter fan, but I'm happy that they beat Barcelona. I got my ticket to watch the West Indies on the 29th of May. Good, Carlton, man. Very good. Very good. Happy for you. Glad that you do. Man. That's good. Played away into the offside. They get 1 more. The score moves up now to 176. Is that 176? 176 for 4. So, yeah, Royal, is it now? Good spell this from Royal. 3.5 overs. 2 for 18. His final delivery. Oops. He finished Wells here. Really, really want him to finish well here. Let's see now. So he had 6 outside the circle, so he has to bring in 1. Wow. So he bring in a backward square leg. So the short 5 leg and a backward square leg. He bowls, and that's when he's played away down to the field and the cover boundary. Good spell by Royal. 4 overs, no maiden, 2 for 19. Well done, young man. Well done. 177 for 4. So I talk about that. I don't have an issue with the squad that Sam is selected. But I would have selected I would have leave out 2 players and I would have put in another 2. Let me give you an example of what I mean. Well, in 1985, the Jamaica under-19 squad was being named for the regional under-19 tournament in 1985. It came down that the selectors agree on 14 players. And then there was a choice between Garfield Wildman and Kingsley Duncan. Any one of those 2 that was picked, I would have comfortable with it. You know, so the selectors, they just had a ballot, you know, because really and truly, it to them and to most Jamaicans following the cricket that time, there wasn't any difference between the 2 players, and anyone could have gone. So I'm not saying that Sammy selected a bad squad. I'm all right with the squad, but then I would have selected 2 different players from the 2. So that's just the point that I'm making. Rambaran bowls to Teddy Bishop, who slapped it away down to extra cover for 4. 4 more to the total, 181 for 4 in over number 18. It's a big total for Jamaica to chase, you know. So Carlton Ayman on the 29th. I wish it was on the 27th, Carlton Ayman, because on the 27th is my birthday, you know. 27th of May is my birthday, Carlton Ayman. You know. So let's watch now as Rambaran, left arm orthodox. Round the wicket, bowl short. Bishop cuts, can't beat point, no run. 181 for 4 in over number 18. 17.2 have been bowled. The run rate is at 10.44. 10.44. Ramaran bowls. Down the pitch come Bishop, inside edge it. Down towards backward square like the touchdown, coming for the second, but can't have to change their mind as the fielder was quickly in off the mid-wicket boundary, and they get 1 more. So it wasn't backward square like it was mid-wicket, but you know, sometimes the camera angles because I'm really watching it. So Ryan John. Was Ryan John a member of the winning World Cup team? I'm almost sure that he was. Cut away, caught. Well done. Rambaran, get in on the arc. Good for Brian Barnes to take a catch so that he will feel that he's a part of it. Good for him. Well done, Brian Barnes. That will lift his spirit after being taken to the cleaners in that over that he bowled. That will definitely lift his spirit. And he had to move to his right too. It wasn't a difficult catch, but he had some work to do. He had us to do some work. It wasn't really a dolly that comes straight into his palm. So Ryan John gone. 182 for 5. What Jamor Small said, Jackie Ryan John batting. He can't bowl to save his life. Jackie Ryan John batting. He can't bowl to save his life, said Jamor Small. What Jamor Small? Wasn't he a part of the World Cup squad that won the World Cup, the under-19 World Cup? So I wish Michael Douglas was there, could do a quick research and tell me. You know, but I'm almost certain that he was. a part of that squad. And you are saying that he can't bowl to save his life. Are you saying that his bowling has fallen off? Because 2 years ago he was really bowling well. And these things do happen, because I remember last year there was a young lady. Let's watch. Rambaran comes in over the wicket, bowls to the left-handed Leo, who slapped it over long on for 6. 190 for 5. End of over number 18. He just slapped it in the slot and he just slug sweep it over long on for 6. 190. I think Romel Lewis has a over left. Why he needs to come into the attack. And so this young lady, in last year, she was training with the West Indies female squad. She was called up part of the West Indies female squad that was in training to go to the T20 World Cup. And a few Mondays ago, I saw her bowling, and she just lost it. Nowhere near the person that she was a year ago. She just lost it. I never realized what was unfolding in front of my eyes. I really hope and pray that she gets it back. Because, but it just lost it. Windward Island totals will be quite reasonable, but their bowling has been very disappointing. Well, the Jamaica batting has also been very disappointing, but hope tonight is Leroy Lugnite and Jordan Johnson and Kurt McKenzie. So those top 3, we really hope the top 3 fire. Well, I stay. I hope the top 2 fire, no one else get a bat. Baker's bowls to Bishop, who swings from the hip. Good stop by the fielder. Oh, he went for the catch and he didn't make the catch, but he was still able to stop it. Well done, young man. That's Gavaskar Edman. He put in some effort there. The Myconian in him. That's the Myconian in him. You have to expect that from a Myconian. Definitely put in some effort there. As he came in and he went for the catch, the ball dropped short and he was able to adjust his body and prevented it from passing him. 192 for 5 after 18.1 overs. So I think tonight is going to be Leroy Lugnite, a blistering 100. Oh, that's a no ball. I think it's a no ball. Take the catch nonetheless, the boss. He pulled it. It goes to square leg. Eye in the air. Rambaran did not take the catch because he assumed that the umpire was going to call no ball. But you have to take the catch and let the umpire decide. I think it's a no ball though. But still take the catch and let the umpire decide. It's like in soccer. How could I say soccer? It's like in football. You score the goal and let VAR decide if you're offside or not. You don't not score the goal. Score. Let VAR decide. So, although it's a no ball, I called it and said that it was a no ball, but I would have still loved to see Rambaran taking the catch. So, free hit here, 194 for 5. I predicted that they will make 220. And he played a ramp, get back in the ball and don't let them run. It's a free hit and Leo is trying to play a ramp over square leg or back or fine leg or so on. Instead of just stand up and swing through the line of the ball. He's trying to play a shot that he hasn't practiced often enough. I'm sure he hasn't practiced that shot 5,000 times. And I don't think you should play a shot in a match until you practice it 5,000 times, That is my philosophy. 5,000 times. Practice it 5,000 times before you play it in a match. 1,000 times a day for 5 days. Down the ground, hit high, hard. It's dropped by Jordan Johnson. Jordan Johnson drops a dolly and then send an upward return into the bowler, which hit the bowler in his knee, and they go through for 3. But the return was awkward, but then the bowler really an easy catch. You know, you never want anyone to be hurt on a cricket field. But then there are things you can do about it. The ball is coming in from the boundary. You have to judge whether the ball is going to drop short. Dakers is it? Over the wicket, balls to the left-handed Leo, slap this away down to the field on the cover boundary. One bounce sends the return in. They stay on 1. The return is coming in from the boundary. It's easy, in my opinion, it's easy to judge whether his ball is going to drop short. And it's easy to determine in your mind that if it is dropping short enough where you need to go back, or it's going to drop short where you can go forward and catch it in the air. When you stand up and try to take it at the half volley and it hits you in your knee, it's really your fault. Dakers, over the wicket, balls to Bishop, who slapped this away, peeled off the outside edge, down to the third man boundary for 4. Dakers is in pain. Not in physical pain, but emotional pain from the shot that Teddy Bishop just played now. And that brought up the 200 for the Windward Islands Inferno, with 1 delivery to come in over number 19. It was outside the half stump. Bishop went for a big booming drive. It peels off the outer portion of the bat and it goes down to third man. And I'm telling you, Dakers is in deep pain here, deep emotional pain. He felt that one just now. 203 for 5. 7 deliveries remaining in the Volcanoes innings. What a knock by Johan Jeremiah. 97 from 50 deliveries before the Jamaican captain Romel Lewis comes on and said, "You're not making any 100 against us, boss." And he just knocked him over. Just knock him over. Mackenzie has been looking good, but unable to fire so far, said Patrick Lambert. Yes, I agree with that. He needs a big innings, and I think tonight he's going to give you a big innings. Both Ian Lugg. I hope that Jordan Johnson doesn't have to bat. I hope that those two just hit off these runs. Both of them score 100. What a night that would be. Final delivery from Dakers. Balls to Bishop, and Bishop hit this high in the air. Someone will take the catch now. And so some joy will come to him. He's caught by Royal. And so that anguish was on his face just now would have been relief. So I hope that he's smiling. I hope the cameraman will span to him and let us see that he's smiling. 1 over to go. Why do you need to call for water? If I'm the umpire, I'm saying that just bat out the over, man. Bat out the over. Slow ball from Dakers, and Teddy Bishop bust the sky. And Javar Royal took the catch. And as usual, that's Javan Royal for you. He has to say something to the Windward Island Volcanoes dugout. He had to say, or the bench. The problem I have with Ryan, he bowls and get 1 wicket, but 50 runs come off in 4 overs. I just hope he surprised me tonight and shut Jamor Sumal's mouth. Well, Jamor Sumals, I hope him let you talk some more tonight, my friend. Hey, Jamor? I hope that his 4 overs go for 80 tonight. What a rollicking start that will be. Well, you want to bowl the 4 overs up front, but I hope his 4 overs goes for 80. If his 4 overs go for 80, that means Jamaica just need 120 odd to win off the next 12. Slapped away down towards the field and the cover boundary. And the next 16 should say, not 12. Bad return again. Who is that fielder? Michael Clark can understand. He's an outstanding wicket keeper. And I really want look at that return. It was bad. And he wasn't from all that far. He wasn't throwing it from all that far. He's an outstanding wicket keeper, and I would love to see him get back the gloves. Edmund is it. The Jamaica University man over the wicket, ball slapped away down to the field long off on the bounce. John sees it, and they stayed on Mackenzie. Sorry, is it, and they stayed on one. So Livingston Francis. Titans will surely lose this match. They can't do anything to win. Okay. All right. I hope you're still here when we blaze this off. I hope you're still here, Livingston Francis, when we blaze it off. With 2 giving you 100 will be an early birthday gift for you. Indeed, Patrick. Indeed. I guess West Indies is going to win some matches in England. And you know, that will enhance the birthday gift. You know. Over the wicket, come Edmund, bowls, Yorker, clipped out, wide of long on, work for the field on the long on boundary. He gets there and limit them to 1. The score goes up to 207 for 6. This is a good over so far from Gavaskar Edmund, 2-1-1-1. If Titans win this match, can they make it to the playoffs? No, I don't think they can make it to the playoffs. So what they're going up here now, decision pending. What is it, a run-out chance? The batsman at the non-strikers end was backing up too far. I think his foot was on the crease. So the return came in. Edmund, being a Michael man, judged the bounce of the ball and back off to take it on the bounce. When he back off to take it on the bounce, the batsman lift his bat and he hit down the stump. You know, he's a Jamaica University man. What do you expect? Sharp mind. You know? Over the wicket, comes in, bowls to the left-handed batsman who tried to play that shot again. Leo, the shot that he doesn't practice. I don't know what they call that shot. Scoop? Ram? I don't know what's its name. It's the nothing shot where they try to play the fast bowler down to fine leg. And they scoop it. So 5 from 4 deliveries. Good over this by Gavaskar Edmund. Let's call him Edmund. Not any Gavaskar. No, they won't Livingston. I don't know if Cricket West Indies update the points table. It wasn't updated this morning. Pulled away. This is going to be a chance for a no ball. They're going to check it. Comes around the boundary. Jordan Johnson sends the return in. And they get 2. They're going to check for a no ball. Are they checking? It appears that they are not checking. But that was a high full toss. Oh, yes, they are checking. I think this one is borderline. It's a no ball, you know. They're going to call it a no ball. I think they're going to call it a no ball. So this was before, or this look up to date. So let me show you the points table here right now. And it appears to be up to date. So Jamaica would not be able to make it. So this appears to be up to date. So I'm just sharing the points table. It looks like they will call a no ball here. They don't? So that's the points table as it stands. Jamaica is on 8 points. And so they go through for a single. So good over this though, you know. A good over. 4 singles and 2 twos. So that's 8 runs from the over. Good final over. So they never made the 220. They made 211. So as you see there, Livingston, and 8 points, there's no way I think we can get up to 18. And is that 18 or yes? Let me 19. They are 19. So the Leeward Islands Thunders are on 19 points. So I don't think they can get up to 19 points. They would need to get 11 points from this match, and it's only so I don't think they will get enough bonus points from this match. So I don't think they will. I don't see them making the playoffs. None at all. So 211 for 6. 211 for 6. That's what Jamaica will have to chase. I really hope that they chase it. So I will see you in the next 10 minutes or so. In the meantime, listen to Ryan Caffney. The music, the bad. Talk it true. The music not a bad, man. Love the rhythm, man. Love the music. You don't think it bad. So they're still rolling the pitch. The players are out there, but the 7 minutes rolling is not yet up. So probably we could listen to another tune. This time it's Walking in Line, Freedom Trail Studio. Big up. That's enough. Yes, welcome back to the live watch along where we watch the match and we discuss the cricket. You know, this is what we call the watch along. I heard that YouTube is working on something that called Watch With. And when there's Watch With now, the match will be right here on our channel. And we will be commentating on it instead of the commentator. So everything will be here. So I heard that YouTube is working on that, and I hope that materialize soon. They what they call it? What's the word? They piloted it at the Super Bowl, but it was only for YouTube channel in the USA. Rowan Perry, long time man, walk on. So here's your man Ryan John. So here's Ryan John. Over the wicket, balls to log and log defense, no run. So that ball log tight in defense. Rowan Perry, man, it's a long time. Good night, man. Good night. Big up yourself. Please remember though to slash a like on the video and click on that subscribe button. And as you see, we're not only doing watch-alongs these days and doing our podcast, our live video shows, but we're also streaming schoolboy cricket live, you know. So we're doing a lot. So if you like what we do, as a message across the bottom of the screen there are links where you can just, in the video description, down the leg side, 4 runs as he pulled. I think it came off the gloves. Watch the signal from the umpire. Yes, 4-run signal. So log is up and running. The score, Jamaica 4 without loss. So Jamor Small, Ryan John comes to the party tonight. And I really hope that we take him for 20 out of this first over. You know? So, yes, so as I was saying that, you know, if you love what we do, you know, streaming of the schoolboy cricket, these watch along, the podcasts, when West Indies in England, we'll be doing a lot of that. John bowls to log with it down the ground and he's out caught. So that's that. That's that. John pitched up, log into the drive, high up on the bat, straight to mid-off. Log goes 4 for 4. Jamaica 4 for 1. That's that. I hope the Windward Islands bowl well and stop dropping catches. Well, they started well, Patrick Lambert. You know, they started well. They never dropped that catch. I was just here hoping that the ball would have passed mid-off. That mid-off was a little square because we saw, I cannot understand why sometimes you see the mid-off is wide. And because I always think that if the batsman, if there's no mid-off, all the batsman has to do is just punch it down the ground. But if the mid-off is wide, but if the mid-off is straight, he has to turn his wrist to beat the mid-off. So I can never understand the theory of the mid-off being wide. Can never understand it. Because it is always easier to punch the ball down the ground than have to use your wrist. Always easier. And when the mid-off is wide, that's what happened. So I was hoping that the mid-off was wide, but no, the Windward Islands Infernos have him in the right place. So Leroy Love goes for 4. Ron Perez, I believe the pitch is good for batting. I will not be surprised if Jamaica produce the runs. Ron Perez will want that to happen. Although Log is out, we still can get it, So, early setback, but we still can get it. That's his final innings of the tournament, by the way. Good to see Kirk. John Bowles clipped away by Johnson through mid-wicket. They're gone for 1 and they come back for 2. The return lobbed in. The keeper moves away from the stump and collect. Okay, 1 wicket, John Lala. Yes, Jammer Small. John off to a very good start. Yeah, man. So if you like what we do, there are links in the video description. You can click on those links and support the channel. As we do our podcast, we do these watch-along. There's a lot of matches coming up in England. John Bowles to Johnson. Johnson looking to give himself room. Beaten on the inside edge through to the keeper. No run. And we do live streaming of our schoolboy cricket matches. And those matches are becoming very interesting. So more or less the under-19 schoolboy season is in its final stage. The under-16 is in its final stage. The under-14. Pull high in the air, chance. The keeper goes back, took the catch. John struck twice, Jamor Small. Jordan Johnson goes for 2. Lord of mercy. This is not good enough, man. This is not good at all. It was short. He looks to pull high up on the bat. Keeper ran back, took the catch. More to his right than back. And Ryan Jan have it. Thank you very much, Atina. Hit that like button. Thank you very much. Jamor Small, 1 more wicket, man. So Ryan Jan is shutting you up tonight, Jamor Small. Michael Douglas is saying, I'm pretty sure that Shepherd and Rutherford will miss the Ireland tour because of IPL playoff. Which 2 player would be your possible replacement? I already know you would pick Blades for Shepherd. But then I would also now go with John Campbell for Rutherford. But we don't know that. So we don't. Well, you say you're pretty sure, but let's say that happened. I'm not as sure as you, but then everyone is entitled to their opinion. I'd have go as already. I'd pick Camber. Well, that's an interesting discussion. I would pick Camber because I named Camber in my squad instead of a batsman. So this is Gaston. I heard that he's bowling with some pace. He's wide outside the half stump, though, goes through to the keeper. White signal, 7 for 2. Yeah, Titans in big trouble, Athena. So we are now in the Super 8 stage of the schoolboy cricket tournament in Jamaica. Super 8. That is wide again. It beats the keeper and it's running towards the boundary and they should come back for another one. Let's see. No, they're second and 1, so it's going to go up for 9 for 2. So you have 3 schoolboys cricket competition, just like how you have 3 schoolboys football competition. You have the under 14, the under 16, and the under 19. The under 19 is the one that starts first, usually mid-January. And they happen to be the one that end last also, because for the under 19, you have the Edley Cup and the Grey Shield, which the Kingston schools play the Grey Shield and the rural schools play the Edley Cup. Gaston is it. On his way to Rambaran, slips, goes down and he drives. It peels off the outside edge down to third man for a single, 10 for 2 in over number 2. So those tournaments are started first. So apart from the Edley Cup, you now have the T20 tournament. And after the T20 tournament, you have now the Super 8, which includes the top 4 from country and the top 4 from town. And they call that the Super 8. It comes in both to the left-handed Mackenzie, who covers up and played it down the offside of the pitch. The bowler fielding is followed through. There's no onside of the pitch. Sorry. So the Super 8 is what's going on now. So these are the boys that are going to represent Jamaica at the Under-19 tournament. These are this tournament. And 4 matches played Saturday because it's 8 teams. I think all the country teams won. No, Excelsior won. Over the wicket bowls, flashed away by Mackenzie over the top, down towards cover. It goes into the boundary for 4. The score goes up to 14 for 2. So Mackenzie there just hitting that one up and over, down to the boundary for 4. Yes, so Stets won, Clarendon College won, and Manchester High School won. On Excelsior from Kingston won on the weekend. Taki was the only country school to lose. Let's watch this delivery from Gaston, and then I'll come to the point I want to make. He's round the wicket, bowls to Mackenzie, and Mackenzie inside edge bowled. I told you the pitch taking inside edge. Round the wicket, Mackenzie shaping a big booming drive through the covers, inside edge, off stump, knock back, Jamaica 14 for 3. So this is a point that I want to make. Before I make that point, let me say this. On Sunday, I told you about the story where I was at a bar having a few drinks with my friends in 2023, and I said that the Jamaica team was good, the Under-19 team, and one of the friends turned to me and said that, yes, this team is good, the 2023 team is good, but there's nothing behind them. So the 2 matches that I streamed on Saturday. So these are 4 of the best 8 teams in the island. Manchester High reached the Edley Cup finals. They are the rural T20 champion. St. Jago High reached the Grey Shield final. That's in the urban part of the island. And Kingston College reached the urban T20 finals. So these were 4 of the best teams in the island, schoolboy teams. And none of the 4 teams passed 50 on Saturday. So those things disturb me. I am hurt. I am not comfortable with those things. Because when you look at 4 of all the 4 teams that played, none of them passed 50. It's not a good look for me. And I'm really hoping that we're going to turn it around. Gaston round the wicket, bowls wide outside the off stump. This could be a no ball, and I think it pitched a signal wide, but I think it should be a no ball. Barnes is the new batsman. Jamaica 15 for 3. You know, I'm not a happy camper at the moment. Re Jamaica cricket. I'm not a happy camper, but there's hope. There's hope. There's always hope. There's always hope. Round the wicket, Gaston wide outside the half stump. This made not call wide. It probably just pitched on the line. So that's a good delivery. Titans in big trouble. Yes, Atia. So John was saying, okay, John, if you get a next wicket, I would not mention your name again for the night. Well, what you need to mention it so that he gets more wicket, because when you don't mention it, we may take him to the cleaners. Gaston round the wicket, bowls to the left-handed. Barnes, who played this out into the covers, and there is no run. After 2 overs, Jamaica looking to get 212 to win. They are 15 for 3. We hardly produce players nowadays who could really use their wrist. Oh, wrist. Oh, yeah. Yes. And that's why you need to set the mid half straight. You need to set the mid half straight, and force them to use their wrist to beat the mid half and the mid on, It was, yes, what a ball. Both Athena and Jamor Small are saying what a ball at the same time. Indeed. Jamor Smalls want to see some cricket. Here's Ryan John. Round the wicket, pitched up, loud appeal. Down the leg side, no chance for a run out. Misses the stump. Oh, John should have done better there. 16 for 3. No run was there though. Pitched up to Rambaran. He looks to flick. Oh, he should have hit the stump from there. He should have hit the stump from there, and Barnes would have gone by a mile. Nonetheless, he survived. So Brian Barnes, is it? That's Seckers. So Jamor Small is saying that Barnes need to take his revenge. John, round the wicket, bowls to Barnes, high in the air. Who going back? No one gone back because it gone for 6 over the keeper head. As he swung hard at that one, Jamor Small, that's the first of 5 sixes. Better watch out, Jamor Small. That's the first of 5 sixes that Barnes is going to hit. So he's going to hit 5 sixes and 10 fours. And a blistering 100 by Brian Barnes today. Watch. Blistering 100. Ian Mackenzie. No, Mackenzie gone. John bowls to Barnes, and Barnes turned this away down to fine leg. Looking very comfortable. Off his hip. One more. Let's watch the signal though, if he got back onto it or it was just pad. No signal coming from the umpire. So, interesting. Still don't know if it was leg by or runs. It was runs. He turned it off the hip. He got some bat onto it. He moves up to 7. Jamaica 23 for 3 after 2.3 overs. Ryan John round the wicket, bowls back off the length to the left-handed Rambaran, who guided down to backward point. No run. The score remains at 23 for 3. Rambaran is on 1. Brian Barnes is on 7. Jamaica chasing 212 to win. 23 for 3 in over number 3. So we are more or less up with the run rate at this time. It's just the fact that we lose 3 wickets. But I'm telling you, these two are going to play a blinders. Play some blinders today. John, round the wicket, bowls to Ramaran, and he pulls this away down to the man on the fine leg boundary. One bounce. Brilliant that, from Gaston. Oh, brilliant. It was pulled away flat. He came in, dive forward and catch it off the half volley. Look at that. Absolutely brilliant. He's a good athlete, this boy Gaston. And I'm being told that he's bowling with some pace. Look forward to see him in the other leagues, in the Super 50. And so one more tournament left for this year, the Super 50. Round the wicket, bowls. High in the air. Barnes, somebody running back, but they won't get there. They pull it back. 3 players run it back for that one down towards the backward point region, but none of them got there. And Barnes got 2 more. What a lucky shot, though. But nonetheless, he's not laying down and dying. He's playing some shots. Jamaica playing too much with John. John is a punching bag, not a wicket taker. Jamor Small. Jamor Small, what has John mind in a Jamor Small? Be careful in a Jamor Small. Jamor Small, mind people think that you are not You're not a supporter of the Windward Islands, you know. Good to see Paris finally gets a big score. He almost shamed me after I told people he's early in the top 3 best T20 batsmen in the tournament before it began. So I was reading that comment, but it was a dot ball. The score remains at 26 for 3. I have always said about Paris that what annoys me about Paris is that he has so much talent, but I think he doesn't zone in when he's batting. He doesn't give me the impression that he's with it when he's batting. You know, I got it, but he's a very talented guy. Round the wicket, bowls, hit away down to the man at mid-on and he's out. Rambaran goes, Jamaica 26 for 4. Back of a length from Gaston, Rambaran looking to pull and just picked out the man at mid-on. It high up on the bat, it practically lobbed to the man at mid-on. It took a long time to reach him. If he was going to drop it, he was going to drop it because it took so long to reach him. So Rambaran gone, 26 for 4. He's one of the 2 non-Jamaicans in the team. 26 for 4, Rambaran goes. Yes, I've always said about Paris for the past 2 years now. I first saw him in 2023 at Shedwin Park playing for the CCC. You know, and I've been following him since. And the challenge, the things that annoy me about Paris is that, as I said, he doesn't comes across. And sometimes you can misread body language. But he's a very, very good batsman, in my opinion. He doesn't have the numbers to show for the skill that he has. And you know, I just think that if he lacks in, if he's zoning in on his batting, he would produce more runs. You know, I just don't think he's with it when he's batting. He's very gracious. He's long with his. He has so many shots. Good batsman. But he needs to score some runs to justify his potential. I predicted that Evan Lewis will score the first century on tour. Sharp rising delivery from Gaston. And this just ducks and allows it to go through, no run. 26 for 4. Evan Lewis will score the first 100 on tour. Well, I hope your prediction comes through. And I hope that the other batsmen, the Shea Hope, the Brandon King, the Rutherford, Ruston Chase, I hope that they will all get 100 on tour. Round the wicket come Gaston, bowl to Anderson, tuck this behind square. They go through for a singer. The score goes up to 27 for 4. Now, do you think that Shimron Hetmeyer should have been in the ODI squad? You know, my good friend like Christopher Bristol is a strong supporter of Shimron Hetmeyer. You know, but I'm asking you, the audience, do you think that Shimron Hetmeyer should be in the squad? Do you think so? He should have been in the squad. Do you think Kevlin Anderson should have been in the squad, or Raniko Boucher, who was a good? Raniko Boucher has a very good. Michael Douglas said Hetmeyer can't even make the 18. Has a good Super 50 last year, Raniko Boucher. You know. So should he be on this tour? I think Leniko Boucher. I think Leniko. Thank you, Leniko Boucher. Because I think Amir Django scored 446 runs. Justin Gaston Bowles steered away down to third man. There's no fielder there. It goes into the boundary for 4. Jamaica moves up to 32 for 4. As Barnes has opened the face of the bat and guide that one down to third man for 4. 31 for 4, Jamaica. Barnes moves up to 13. He's the top scorer now for Jamaica at this stage. So Lenico Boucher scored 351 runs in the Super 50. I don't know if he's not in this tournament. I doubt it. I don't think he's in this tournament. So he scored those runs in the Super 50. And he also had a fairly good first-class season. He also this year. So should someone like Lenico Boucher be there, or Kevlan Anderson, or or John Campbell, who has a very, very good, I think in the Super 50, John Campbell scored almost 300 runs. His strike rate, I think, was he the only one, or he and Joel Anjo? I think those were the only two batsmen with strike. No, Joel Anjo was 90.9. What was Joel Anjo's strike rate again? 90.91 in the Super 50. Or was it 90.91? What? Oh, is this tournament? His strike rate is 140 something. Philip comes in short, pulled away by Anderson down to mid wicket for 4. Jamaica 31 for 5. Good shot by Anderson. He played that well. So 5 from 3 balls. Yes, I think Joel Anjo's strike rate was 90.91. So there were some persons with higher strike rate. I think Rakim Cornwall, Odin Simit. I think Odin Simit was probably the one with the highest strike rate. I think at 130, or Cornwall. I think both Cornwall and Odin were close by. Odin 120 high, and Cornwall probably low. So, but then they never got the number of runs that John Campbell got, So should John Campbell have been there? Because he followed up the good Super 50 with an outstanding regional 4-day. Naturally, he wouldn't be allowed to play in this tournament. He has not qualified for it. Should he have been there? Should he have been in the squad? Should, as I said, Lenico Boucher should have been there. Should Kevlan Anderson have been there? Very, very, I would really love to hear your feedback. No to none of them, said Jay. Okay, cool. Round the wicket comes Philip. Turn away into the onside. They go through for a quick single. We'll watch if that comes off the bat or the pad. So it's off the pad. One leg by Jamaica, 37 for 4. So Jay don't think that any of them should be there. That's okay, Jay. We appreciate everyone voicing their opinion, and we respect it, even if we don't agree. No for both of them, not at this time, said the champion. Okay, cool. Philip Hendrickson says, I think Jamar Hamilton should have been in the team as captain and wicket keeper. Thank you very much, Philip Hendrickson. As Philip round the wicket, bowls to Anderson, hit this for 6 over long on. He really powered that one, Anderson. He hit it hard. You can see his intention was clear. Almost down on one knee. He's a left-hander, and he was almost down on the left knee as he hit that over long on for 6. He moves up to 12. So both batsmen are left-hander, Anderson, Barnes. Barnes on 13, Anderson 12. 43 for 4. Jamaica looking to get 212. So Philip Hendrickson think that Jamar Hamilton should have been in the team as captain and wicket-keeper. Let's watch Philip again. He's round the wicket. He bowls a sharp rising delivery, and the batsman played it ungainly into where forward short leg would have been. But you wouldn't have forward short leg in this type of match. So he played that ungainly. So clearly, if I was the bowlers, if I were the bowlers, I would have looked at that and said that, wow, he didn't handle that short ball well. He didn't. Interesting comment from Philip. Barnes bust the sky. The fielder runs back and took a magnificent catch. He came on the front foot and he stroked it high in the air. And he bust the sky and gave the field an opportunity to run back and took the catch. Jamaica 44 for 5 and sinking further into trouble. So that so the poll, really and truly now, the Windward Islands volcanoes are Infernos should win. So should we do another poll? Would you have? So let's put it this way then. So would you have selected? I'm doing a poll. I'm going to Philip Hendrickson, I think his name. Would you have selected? Would you have selected Jamar Hamilton? So selected Jamar Hamilton. Hamilton. Let's put J Hamilton because you know. So would you have selected Hamilton? And put the question mark. Yes. No. So yeah, so tell me. So you know, because all opinions are welcome. Kingman said, "Well, Etty's struggling in the IPL, but still have him in the squad." So there's a Etty fan. There's one person who think that he would still have Etty in the squad. So again, divergent of opinions, different opinions. Dr. Sam, hi, how you doing? Sam Christian, good to have you here. So it's always good to have different opinions. Big up to you, Damian Walliston. How you doing, man? Onto the front foot, strokes this into the cover, and there is no run. Jamaica 44 for 5. So Damian Walliston was a commentator that you were hearing on Saturday. He was also on the show on Sunday. You know, and Basil think that he did a good job and we need to bring him back. So big up, Damian. It's a pleasure, man. It's a pleasure. Round the wicket come Mahabra Singh, bowls to the left-handed Dematar Anderson. He's on 13. Comes in bowls. After back foot, Anderson strokes it down the ground, beat the dive of the bowler. They go through for a single. The score goes up now to 45 for 5 in over number 6. So we are still in the power play. You know, clearly the Windward Islands would have won this power play. There's no way the Jamaica Titans can win the power play. How many points do you get for winning the power play, Michael Douglas? Damian Wollaston might know also. The champion believe that John Campbell will definitely be in the test squad. Well, very interesting take, the champion. Let's see. We are looking forward to that. I think that squad will be selected in another month time. Mahabra Singh bowled to the right-handed Romel Lewis, who tucked it down behind square, and they go through for a quick single as the fielder coming in from backward square leg failed to pick up, and the batsmen are comfortable through for 146 for 5. So Michael Douglas think that he would bring back Myers out from the cold. Well, the opinions keep coming in. Interesting take. I did consider Myers when I was selecting my squad. I did consider him as replacement for Shepherd. Round the wicket come Mahabra Singh, ball to the left-handed Anderson, who looks to sweep, misses. It goes through to the keeper, but who fails to collect. And then they get a wide signal from the umpire, 47 for 5. So that's the keeper who was in the video images. Round the wicket, bowls after back foot go Anderson, plays it back down the half side of the pitch to the bowler who field, and there is no run. One delivery to come in the power play, 47 for 5, Jamaica. Let's watch this delivery. Round the wicket come Mahabra Singh, bowls to Anderson, who swung this over deep mid-wicket for 6. Down on one knee again, slug sweep it over deep mid-wicket. He's on 20. Jamaica 53 for 5 at the end of the power play. Oh, he's not keeping tonight. or they took the gloves from him. So at the end of the power play, Jamaica 53 for 5. So, Mikel, about Kyle Myers. I did consider Kyle Myers in place of Romario Shepherd, but I end up going with Jediah Blades because of his left arm medium pace. So that's why I definitely went with Blades. And Blades have improved his pace. But I did consider him. In my opinion, Edmire is not of any assets to West Indies cricket team. I think your position is that of the majority Patrick Lambert. I think most persons will share that opinion, but we also respect Kingman opinion who think that Edmire should be in the team. And as Philip comes in bowls to Lewis, who looks to pull, it goes through to the keeper and there is no run. So and I know my good friend Christopher Bristol is not happy that Edmire is not in the team, and Kingman there is saying that you still have Edmire in the team. So we respect everyone's opinion, but I think your opinion, Patrick Lambert, is in the majority. But then we still need to listen to the minority. Lewis dabbed this to backward point and go through for a single. So the Jamaica captain is off the mark. No, he was off the mark previously. Double his score. He's on 2 now. Jamaica 54 for 5. It was a good catch, Jamor. Yes, it was a good catch. I don't know what you say. No, you mean Jamar Hamilton? Okay. Jay, you're saying no to Jamar Hamilton. Let's watch this delivery from Philip. He comes in bowls to Anderson, who looks to give himself room, and Philip followed in. They come through for a quick leg by. One more to the Jamaica total, 55 for 5. Remind you that Jamaica need to get 212 to win. Mr. Brown, you're a local man. Is this the best set of youngsters that Jamaica could find? Well, Gerald Music, I did spoke about it earlier, you know, and I, at the risk of boring those who have been here, I will try to summarize what I did said. As that one is pulled away for 6, down back with a square leg by Romel Lewis, and West Indies Jamaica are 61 for 5. Wow, 61 for 5. Short, nothing delivery by Philip, and it pulled away. So I was making the point that I watched 2 schoolboy match on Saturday. And none of the 4 teams, who are the best schoolboy teams in Jamaica, 4 of the best 8 schoolboy teams in Jamaica, none of those 4 teams passed 50. So it's not looking good in Jamaica, Gerald Music, but we are going to turn it around. We are going to turn it around. Philip down the leg side to Lewis, clipped it away, 1 bounce into the fine leg boundary for 4, 65 for 5. Lewis moves up to 12, and this is on 20. Jay said, I think Etty was called, but he rejected because he won't be playing any of the playoffs, so there's no excuse. Well, Jay, you think, yeah. Okay, interesting point of view, Jay. Interesting point of view. Interesting point of view. Philip over the wicket to Lewis, down the leg side. Good movement by the keeper. That's good, you know. Who is this keeper? What's his name? Want to see his name and his jersey. That was really good movement. White signal, 66 for 5. But he moved well. Richard Sadiq is saying that Jamaica cricket has dropped. Yeah, from what I'm seeing, you know. And it's very disappointing. And you can imagine I'm there streaming these schoolboy matches, how difficult it is for me to see the standard. Over the wicket, dabbed away, can't beat backward point, and there is no run. The score remains at 66 for 5. 66 for 5. Yeah, so it's difficult for me, Richard, today, because at the matches, streaming the matches, and you will go to a match and you see some boys and the coach working out with them, and they look crisp in the work too. When I say they look sharp and look like the real deal, and once the match start, they just fall away. I don't know. I just don't know. Maybe Damian Wollaston can tell us what is happening. Leo is the keeper, said Jay. Thank you. That was good movement from him. So Marbra Singh comes into the left-handed Anderson, who played it back down the half side of the pitch to the bowler, who failed. No runs. Marbra Singh. In come Marbra Singh, comes in, bowls. Turn away by Anderson down to fine leg, work for the fielder there, who lumbered off it. I'm telling you, he lumbered off it. So I was not surprised that he fell, because he was just lumbering. I hope he hasn't damaged his ankle. He's up a little ungainly, but he will run it off. He just lumbered off it. Yulene Weeks is saying, why isn't Zion Brathwaite in the squad? Swung away again down to deep mid-wicket. There's a fielder there who picked up, sends the return in, and they come back for 2. 70 for 5 now, Jamaica. So why isn't Zion Brathwaite in the squad tonight? He's in the, I guess you mean in the playing 11. He made most runs in the other matches. Wow. So, interesting, because if he's our leading run scorer, then he should be in the thing. Cut misses, goes through to the keeper who collects, and a stifled appeal. So no run. And he didn't throw up the ball as the previous keeper did. Marbra Singh bowls to Anderson, turn it into the inside. They ran hard for the first one. The touchdown, the fielder didn't pick it up, and they get 2 and they're looking for 3, but they said no. 72 for 5, Jamaica in over number 8. 1 delivery to come in over number 8. Yes, 1 delivery to come. It is drawing the ball. So that's Marbra Singh. Round the wicket, bowls down the leg side, turn away, runs here for Anderson, or then it comes off the pad. That same fielder again lumbered off it. It came off the pad, and they are back for 2 leg by, pushing the score up to 74 for 5 at the end of over number 8. So Yulene, I can tell you. Let me read your comment again so that I respond in the right way. Why isn't Zion Brathwaite in the squad tonight, which I think you mean playing 11? He made runs in the other matches. So I can confirm that he is our 3rd leading run scorer. Mackenzie or Jordan Johnson is 108. Mackenzie is 106. And Brathwaite is 103. So I would think that Rivaldo Clark, who is yet to bat, is 89. So it's very strange, very, very strange that Brathwaite is not in the playing 11, and he's our 3rd leading run scorer. And our 4th leading run scorer, no, sorry. Rivaldo Clark is not Michael Clark. Sorry. So our 3rd leading run scorer, is it Cheyenne Brathwaite or Cian Brathwaite? who is on 103 runs, is not playing in this match. So very strange. Thank you for bringing that to us, Yuleen Weeks. I appreciate it. Gerald Music, yeah, you're most welcome, Gerald Music. I love doing that. I enjoy the interaction always. So I appreciate it, and I'm always happy to respond to a question or a statement when I can. Off the back foot goes the left-handed Anderson, who beat the dive at the man of extra cover, and it runs away down to a wideish long off. The fielder at a straight long off had to move to his right, and the batsman got 2, and he moves up to 28 from 19 deliveries. So 2 deliveries gone out of over number 9. Jamaica 77 for 5. Let's watch Cyrus. Bowls, swings, misses. The keeper whipped the bails off, but his feet was behind the crease. This spin bowler looks like he's going to get someone in trouble, said Jamur Small. Interesting that, during the break, someone called me and said that I need to have a look at Michael Clark action. And the person agreed with me that Michael Clark is arguably the best young wicket keeper in Jamaica, and he should really be keeping the wicket instead of bowling. And the person did call and said, have a look at Michael Clark action. So it's interesting. It's interesting. Very interesting. I didn't have a chance to look at it. Cyrus bowls, dabbed away down to short third man. The fielder off-stopped it, and they will get a single, push the score up to 79 for 5, with 1 delivery to come in over number 9. So Kingman, I'm going to read Kingman comment shortly after this delivery, which is good. I'm glad to see that Kingman defending his position. Well, I hope that's what I hope. Because as I said, it's views, a diversity of views. Off the back foot, the batsman played that into the backward point region, and there is no run. So 79 for 5 after 9 overs. 79 for 5. So let's hear what Kingman said. The thing is, we can't deny that Etty is one of our most talented players, and I'm not an Etty fan. But the thing though, Kingman, we can say that Edmire is talented, and I don't think many persons will disagree that as a youngster, Shimron Edmire was really the darling of the Caribbean. But when you look at Edmire ODI record, in which he has played 56 matches, his average is 32.06 and his strike rate is 105.41. You look at that record and you say, why is the West Indies team? Because with that record, he should really be in the West Indies team. But then now you have to look at his last set of innings to get a brighter picture. 80 for 5. 80 for 5. So if you look at his last, say, as he swings that into the mid-wicket region for 1 more, and the score goes up now to 81 for 5. In 2019 was the last time Edmire made past 50 in an ODI match for the West Indies. He made 129 against India. So that was the last time that he passed 50, 2019. Because before 2019, he was very prolific. His high score since that 129 against India was 37 that he made against the same India in that same series in December in 2019. Because after that 29, and I'm going to just read out some of his scores since that 129. Ball slapped away. Down towards extra cover by Anderson. 4 more runs. That's a good shot, you know. Anderson moves up to 34 from 24 deliveries. Jamaica Titans 86 for 5. 86 for 5. We're at over number 10. And Anderson playing a good looking knock here. A very good looking knock. You know, the comment that Julian Weeks made, why Brathwaite is not in the playing 11 when he has scored over 100 runs, one of the 3 Jamaican batsmen. And he hit this hard down to the long off fielder for 1 more. The score will now goes up to 88, or is it 87? 87, the score 87 with 1 delivery to come in over number 10. So after this delivery, it should be the drinks break. So instead of playing some music, I'll just read out Eddie's scores and I will take your comments. Short turn away by Lewis, can't beat the short fine leg. Who is Ryan John? But they threw for Singer and Ryan John threw the ball away, which Jamor Small will have a word with him about, but they didn't get the extra run. End of over number 10, Jamaica 85 for 5 in response to 211 made by the Windward Islands Infernos. So after that, 139 on December 15, 2019. Edmire scored since then. 437, 8, 6, 11, 6, 11, 9, 4, 32, 0, 12, and 24. So although his average is 30, what did I say his average was again? 30 how many? His average is 32.06 and has a strike rate of 105.41. That's brilliant, you know. That shows you how well he was doing. Incidentally, he was doing this well when he was playing Test cricket and was playing 4-day cricket. He was playing red ball cricket. But since he stopped playing those, it has fallen off. So since December 2019, and you know, COVID would have some impact on that. We would not have played some cricket for a while. So this is the score. 4, 37, 8, 6, 11, 6, 11, 9, 4, 32, 0, 12, 24. So you can understand why he's dropped now, Kingman, you know, because you really couldn't pick him, you know. And as I said, I respect your view and respect you putting it forward. Christopher Bristol is my good friend, and he also think that Edmire should be in the squad. But then, you know, we just have different opinions and we respect each other's opinion. Maybe you could do a show looking at the decline of quality cricketers in Jamaica and the causes and possible solutions. Well, I would have done more than one show looking at the solutions, and I would have made a number of recommendations, but they're not going to listen to me in a Gerald music. I have never really looked at the cause yet. I think I know what is the cause, but I take your point, and I love those sort of suggestions. But I think I prefer to look at the solutions more than really look at the problem. But for me, it's a fix. There is a fix. But the fix takes hard work and sacrifice, a lot of sacrifice. And if you are not prepared to work hard and to sacrifice, our cricket is not going to go back. As I said on Sunday, hard work beats talents that doesn't work hard. It's as simple as that. So you have to prepare to work hard and you have to prepare to sacrifice. As Cyrus bowls to Lewis, who hit this over long on for 6. 94 for 5. So Cyrus there, guilty of tossing that one up. And Romel Lewis just hit it away over long on for 6. Good shot. Good shot. It brought a smile to my face. A 94 for 5. You can imagine how the excitement would ramp up if well, let me not say anything. Let me continue to be calm and watch the match and see what happened and talk to you, react to your comments. So here's Cyrus now. Bowls to the Jamaican captain, who was quick onto the front foot and stroke it down to long on for another run. The score goes up to 95 for 5 in over number 11. So Lewis is on 24. Anderson is on 35. Lewis 24 is from 13 deliveries. Anderson 35 is from 25 deliveries. Remind you that Jamaica is chasing 212 to win. Live on screen, busting bumps. Cyrus bowls to Anderson, who can't beat the man at cover. The score remains at 95 for 5. 95 for 5. Let's so let's watch now as Cyrus bowls to Anderson, who steered this to the man at backward point, and he comes off the field 95 for 6. He just steered it to backward point. Like he's saying that I'm tired. How was it on the bunks? I don't think he should go off, They need to check it. That ball could have bunks, Let's watch if it bunks. I doubt it, though. He just steered it into the end of backward point and walk off the field. They are consulting. Are they consulting and going to check to see if it's bunks? No, they're not going to check. They're just coming together to show unity. Patrick Lambert and Mr. Brown, are you still? Oh, yes, they are checking it. Oh, they are checking it. You never see the signal. Why do they have that on the screen? Is it me? Is it on my screen? It's probably on my screen, and at the end of the caption. The caption is there. Now straight off the middle of the bat, no bunks, straight into the. It's no bunks. It's straight into cover, straight off the middle of the bat. He's out. Mr. Brown, are you still sticking to your gun? I can see you all going down tonight. Yes, well, Patrick Lambert, me have to just take it, Patrick Lambert, me have to just take the banter from you. Me can't do anything more. Me have to just take the banter. Patrick, me give up with you tonight now. You win, Patrick. So take it easy with me tonight, Patrick, please. Jamaica has really good coaches, but they were known for bowling. Jamaica should have invested in a good batting coach, is a suggestion from the champion. While Michael Douglas think that Edmire was talented. Wow. Yeah. I'm watching the news currently, and I would advise our players to leave Pakistan immediately. Better to be safe than sorry. Wow. Interesting. So Jafar Royal is at the crease, and Jafar Royal can win this match, Jafar, they are 54. How many deliveries left? 54 plus 2, 56 deliveries left. Cyrus to Royal, and Royal off the back foot, strokes it down the inside of the pitch. The bowler skips across field, and there is no run. If Jafar Royal bat 30 out of these deliveries, he must score 75. So 75 plus 95 give you 170. So we'll need to find 42 runs from somewhere else. As he dabs that to backward point, and there is no run. He was winding up there, He was winding up there, and Cyrus have a big laugh. But he was winding up. So you will think Etty was talented but not committed. And in my opinion, too distracted. Okay, cool. Yeah, all right. I love the opinions coming in. I appreciate them. Different persons have different. Because here is Kingman now said. Kingman is saying, I personally think it's because Rutherford is there. Because Rutherford, just a minute. You personally think because Rutherford is there, why Edmire is not there? So that's better again. Swept away by Royal down to backward. Lewis should say for a singer. So you think Edmire would have been in the squad if Rutherford was not in the squad? Well, I don't think so, but then again, you are probably right. But personally, I don't think so. But who am I to say that you are not right? The West Indies should consider integrating cricket into the regional school curriculum. Just an idea to better our cricket. But a lot of cricket is played in Jamaican schools, Jamor Small, and there is cricket in Jamaica physical education curriculum. It's probably as that one is defended back down the pitch by Lewis. But cricket is a part of a physical education curriculum in Jamaica. Comes in now, bowls, and he's bowled. He swung off his feet and he's bowled. His head was at mid-wicket when the ball was on mid and half stump, and Jamaica have lost their 7th wicket, 97 for 7. Romel Lewis gone for 25. So yes, Jamor Small, cricket is a part of our school curriculum. It's in the physical education curriculum. The thing is, though, is that part of the curriculum being taught in our schools? That's another question. And, because G.C. Foster College of Physical Education and Sports in Jamaica, for you to be a successful teacher, you have to pass a course in cricket. A successful physical education teacher, you have to do a course in cricket. I do not know, though, the depth of the course that is done at G.C. Foster College. I don't know. I don't know. So I don't want to make a comment on it. But you have to be able to pass a course in cricket to be a physical education teacher. Clark is the new batsman who played that one. Michael Clark is it, and he played it down the inside of the pitch, and there is no run. And Java Royal, as usual, is giving them a mouthful. Will Jamaica make 125? Wow. That's a very good question, Dr. Sam. Will Jamaica make 125? I think someone had asked the question, had made the decision that they think, interestingly, 45% of the voters think that Jamar Hamilton should be in the squad. 45%, that's a large number. Yeah, to be honest, it's a much larger number than I thought. Only 55% said no, but 45% of you think that Jamar Hamilton should be in the West Indies squad. Interesting, and that's the beauty of a platform like this, where bowls and he covers up and played it out into the offside. That's Java Royal. The score remains at 97 for 7. That's the beauty about a platform like this, because I never know that Jamar Hamilton has so much support and so many persons believe that he should be in the West Indies squad. Honestly, I never know. So, you see, I'm so happy that I ran the poll. Bowls to Royal, who clipped this down to long on for a single, 98 for 7. He's on 2. Clark, who is yet to get off the mark, comes into strike. 98 for 7. So it's very good. So can someone explain why this match isn't live? It's live on ESPN Caribbean and it's live in the US United States and Canada on ESPN. So if you have ESPN, you're able to watch it live. And if you're not, if you're in India, I think you can watch it on Fan Code. If you're in Australia, you can also watch it in Australia. And if you're anywhere else in the rest of the world, not in the Caribbean or not in the USA, you can. This one goes high in the air. Who wants it? The fielder seconds on that took the catch, 98 for 8. Clark goes for naught. So it's on YouTube in the rest of the world. So those region of the world, Australia, India, United States, the Caribbean, where there's a television rights to the stream, it is not being shown on YouTube, but in the other region of the world, it is being shown on YouTube. So if you have ESPN, you can watch it, you may watch it live. Michael Douglas, I share your concern. India has agreed that their missile has hit Pakistan. Wow. What happened there? So those things, what happened there so now? Oh, good. Yeah, that is true, Athena. That is a consideration too. Yeah. Yeah. Although he's from the Leeward Islands, but yeah, that's a consideration to Athena. That's a big point. The legendary Athena made that the poll is going on when the Windward Islands is playing. So you will have a large percent of support from down in the islands, the combined islands, that belt there, that is so when I look at those belt of islands, you know, I'm going to say this. So 98 for 8 as Cyrus bowls to Edman, and he played it back down the pitch to the ball at the end of over number 13. Whenever I thought about, and this is just me, and there's nothing sinister or untoward about it. But whenever I thought about the combined islands, those stretch of islands there in the Eastern Caribbean, I always see them as a protector of Jamaica from hurricane, you know, because the hurricane generally hit them first, and a number of times it doesn't get to build up back in the Caribbean Sea before it comes to Jamaica. And so they usually downgrade, those islands usually downgrade the hurricane. So that's an image that always falls in my mind. Well, I'm not a geologist, so I don't even know if I'm right. But that's the image that always fall in my mind, that they're a protector of their big brother Jamaica, you know? Yes. So Windward Islands, Jamaica is at the bottom of the table, and you don't see them moving from off the bottom of the table. Michael Douglas is saying that, believe it or not, the easy access to technology has affected our ability to produce young cricketers. Gone are the days Royal hit this one over deep mid wicket for 6, as Descartes was short and he hit it for 6, and he's mouthing them. Gone are the days when kids fell in love with cricket by just playing it in the street. Yes, but I think the technology in India is more advanced than the technology in the Caribbean. They're always ahead of us. Maybe the technology that we have in the Caribbean now, India was aware of that technology 6 months ago. So why are they producing 14 years old who can make? So I got the point from the technology. I got the technology point, but I don't think it's just simple the technology. You know, pulled away down to the mid wicket, and it goes for four as two fielder on the boundary conspired to let that one pass through them and goes into the boundary for four. What I told you that if Royal bats 30 deliveries, he will make 75. But it's where we're gonna get the other 42 runs from. So Royal now starts to motor, you know. They have to out him now because if they don't out him, he will lick off these runs. I know some persons might thinking that that man is mad. Well, he's going to give us a Glenn Maxwell if they don't out him. Yorker, ducked out, down the ground. Score stays on 108 for 8. So the Jamaica 100 have been brought up. You know, I said this on Sunday. One of the challenges that I personally have, Descartes comes in now, bowls. Hit away for 6 again by Royal. Oh, no, he's out. Oh, he's out. Sorry about that. My apology, but I thought it came right out of the screw, but he only picked out the man and the long on boundary. And they're laughing at him as usual because, you know, Royal talks a lot. But that's just him. He doesn't mean anything. That's just him. And so whenever he gets out, they generally laugh. But it never came right out of the screw. I thought it came right out of the screw. And he picked out the man on the long on boundary. And he flashes his bat and walked away. Jamaica 108 for 9. So you said that the Windward Infernos look like they may qualify because this is a big win. They got a lot of bonus points. And so they gave him a send-off. They gave Royal a send-off. That's nice. That's nice. That's good banter. I always love a banter. As Dakers come to the crease. And so the two big fast bowler, young fast bowler, Edman and Dakers. Yeah, so this is one of the challenges that I've encountered in Jamaica, and probably one of the biggest challenges. If I see a youngster and I go to a school and I'm teaching, introducing them to cricket, and you see a youngster that doing the basics things right, and you know that you spot the talent, Now, for you to advance the training of that youngster, you will need to talk to the parents or parent or parents. You will need to talk to his parents or guardian so that you will have access to the child and you set up a schedule and you can give the child a hour or two when you can. So you need to talk to the parents. As Descartes bowls to Dakers and he played it to mid on the bowler field and there is no run. So he'll go to the parents and said, you know, your child, your ward has some talent, you know. If he's interested to play, if he or she is interested, as Descartes comes over the wicket, bowls and covers up. And you say, I think that the child has enough talent to represent Jamaica if he works hard and makes a lot of sacrifices. It appears to me that the parents only heard that the child has talent and can represent Jamaica. It appears to me that they don't hear the second part about working hard and making sacrifices. That's the impression that I get, you know. Except for one parent. This one parent So it's pulled away and gained so down to short fine leg. They go through for a single 109 for 9 in over number 15. There is one parent who said to me, Mr. Brown, I don't want you to push my son and I don't want you to influence the selection of my son to any team. I want him to master the basic and earn his spot. And I only hope that more parents would follow suit, you know. Because I see a lot of talent, but the children, they need to work hard and they need to make some sacrifices. And without the support of the parents, they are not going to work hard and they are not going to make the sacrifices. Because you can't get a 12-year-old boy to train him if the parents don't agree. You know, so they have to agree. So maybe we even need to look at that, you know. That I'm just sharing my experience. I don't, because there's a flip side to what I just said, because as Cyrus comes in and Edmund swings and misses, because I told you about this one parent who's saying that he doesn't want me to push his child. He want me to ensure that the child master the basics. And he's always there because I call the parents since week swings and misses and there is no run taken on the pad. I call the parents since week and I'm asking him, how is it going, you know? And he said, yeah, man, he must bat ball every evening for 1 hour, man. Every evening, he must bat ball for 1 hour. That's a good parent. The parent is actually learning, is actually doing his level 1 coaching. You know, because that's how serious he's taking it, and that's good. As that one is played over the bowler head by Dakers for a single, Jamaica 111 for 9. So there's another parent. It's just an experience. I don't know this parent. When the final of, well, I won't say. So I went to a match. I was streaming the match. And a young man got out. I told you this story already. And he got out. And the mother draped him. And said, I left work to come here, come watch your bat. And you got out. I'm not talking about the right or the wrong of the mother draping him. That's another discussion for somewhere else. But what I'm showing, that although some parents, I say the majority of the parents don't hear sacrifice and hard work, they want to hear talent and playing for Jamaica. There are some parents that are very passionate about their youngsters. Like that boy that I just tell you about when his mother draped him, and the father that I tell you about to ensure that the boy has to bat for an hour. So there's a mixed bag, you know, although that is 2 out of many. So what we really need to do is to get the encouragement from the parents to encourage the youngsters, and to be there. That this one is pulled high in the air. Let's see. The fielder comes and didn't get to the catch as the ball dropped probably about 5 meters outside the 30-yard circles, and he was coming off the deep mid-wicket boundary. And so the score moves up to 113 for 9. So it's a different. It's a different. More parents need to realize that talent alone cannot get the child to play for Jamaica or to play for the international level. The child has to work hard and has to make a lot of sacrifices. You know, and the key sacrifice is that if you're going to play the cricket, you have to give up some things, and that's where the key sacrifice. The key sacrifices. You have to give up something if you're going to play the cricket. Jamaica playing a match, you probably plan to go out with your friends, but Jamaica playing a match and you want to be a cricketer, so you want to go and watch Jamaica play because you're going to learn something. Even if you don't know that you're learning something, you're going to learn something. Athena's. Okay, I've been chatting a lot and been overlooking. I'm not paying attention. Looks like, oh, you know, 9% of Indians want to play cricket, so they are always going to produce players. Is it 9% you wanted to say or 90? Because you have the zero before the 9. So I assume that you want to say 90. Positive energy from Royal. Yes, he always bring about some positive energy, Athena. Mr. Brown, do you agree with Pointing when he said that he believed the 14-year-old Indian star is about 22 years old and his age has been pushed back for him to play longer? Never thought of it, Patrick Lambert. Never thought of it. And I have no reason to think that, and I have no reason to think so. I've seen the young man. But it will not allow him to play longer anyhow. Because if in say 15 years time, even if you have him at 29, his body would still be 37. And so he'll be losing, his eyesight will be going, his reflexes will be going. So it will make him play longer. But I never thought of it. But if Ponting conclude that his age being pushed back to make him play longer, that's a wrong conclusion, because it no matter what number is on your birth certificate, your body and your movements will reflect your true age by the time in the next 15 years. And then in the next 15 years, if he's 29, he will still be good. He will be at his absolute peak. While if he's 22 now, in the next 15 years, he will be 37. So he'll be going down the hill. So his conclusion that it will make him play longer is false. It's false. It's not. Yeah. Yes, Kingman. Well, you miss all the wickets, because Jamaica is 9 wickets down, Jamor Small, 115 for 9. 115 for 9. You know, I just hope that, because Jamaica 4 previous matches were on YouTube, and this one is not, that's why I'm doing the watch along. But join me on Saturday for another 2 schoolboy matches. We'll be streaming those matches live. Swing and Miss by Edmond. Yes, it's white ball matches, pretty close. Yeah, well hype. So join me. We'll be streaming 2 of those matches, and you'll see the quality. And so please join me. You know, and as I said, if you love what we do here at the Cricket Forum, there are links in the video description where you can support the channel. So please. Swung away by Edmond. Brilliant attempt by the fielder coming off the mid-wicket boundary, but he dropped the catch, and the score goes up to 116 for 9, with 3 deliveries gone in over number 17. Oh, you know that it looks like that ball hit the fielder and his family jewel, because he's holding on to it and he's in some pain, you know. It hit him and his family jewel. But don't worry about it. As I always said, you will still be able to have children. So don't worry about it. He's in pain. 116 for 9. Dakers edged this away down to third man. Work for the fielder. He comes in and picked up, and they stayed and won. Jamaica 117 for 9 in over number 16.4. The target is 212. So they need another 95. These 2 need to get 95 off 20 deliveries. Is it possible? No. So Michael says he's not 22. They have pictures of him at a stadium watching IPL matches a couple of years ago. Yeah, I saw those images there. Hit down the ground. Good strong shot that by Edmond. Oh, great effort by the fielder coming around from long on. Oh, is that keeper? Is that wicket keeper who dropped the catch and was laughing and is no longer keeping? What's his name? So good work there. Very good work. Maybe he should be in the outfield and not behind the stump. Edmond moves up to 6. Dakers is on 2. Jamaica 118 for 9. Bowls to Dakers, who play this back past the bowler. Wow, and Edmond refused to strike. Edmond refused to run. This is joke. And the Jamaica dugout is saying, what's that? Edmond refused to run and said, I'll keep the strike. Just carry him off the field. Just lift him up, darling, and carry him off the field and put on somebody else and let us not. Yeah. So you think that punting was just joking? Well, you see, that's the thing about it. You know, everything that you said, persons can interpret it a different way. And so Patrick interpreted it different from you. Patrick may well be right that he's serious. You may well be right that he was joking. So we don't know. It's just that the way of the world. Persons interpret things differently. You know. So discarded to continue. So, you know, so he said, so Edmond just now, Gavaskar, well, let's say Edmond, turned down the singer and say, I'm keeping the strike. He's going to swing across the line and out ball. Let's watch. Discard the ball down the leg side, wide signal, 119 for 9. As he looks to swing that away, misses, it goes through to the keeper. Gavaskar Edmond pulling ranks and Dakers here. Well, he batted at 10. He batted at 10 and Dakers batted at 11. Balls. And he swings this high in the air. Down towards Langan. It's stopped and plugged. Let's see if they'll go through for the singer now. Yes, they go through for the singer. 120 for 9. Probably Edmond was saying to himself, you know what? Me nah come not out, you know, better than hold me, you know. So me nah run that one day, you know, me I was face it at the start of the over. We should at least try and deny them the bonus point. Get to 136 and don't get bowled out. Yeah, we need to learn that too, that we should not, because there was a match in which we get bowled out that we didn't need to get bowled out. I think it was on it, you know, and we get bowled out and give the opposition the bonus. We would have gotten a bonus point if we were not bowled out and we got bowled out. There was also another match where we practically win the power play, but then after the very last ball of the power play, luck got out and we lost the power play and didn't get the bonus point. Edged away down to fine leg by Dakers. It was a full toss. He looking to clip it through the inside. They got the inside edge, French cut down to fine leg 4. Jamaica 124 for 9 after 17.3 overs. Did my buddy Ryan get any more wicket? No, they only gave him the 2 overs because they said that they don't want the match to finish too quickly. And because tonight is his night, they're going to save him back Jamor Small. So your buddy didn't get any more wicket. He only bowled the 2 overs. Discarded over the wicket, bowls, and that one taken on the pad, not out. It's surely missing leg stop. As Dakers look to pull it through the outside, it misses. He misses it and it rattled into his pad, but clearly missing leg stump and it's high too. Definitely back of a length, hard length, back of a length, top of the pad, missing leg stump. So let's watch Descartes. He's coming in now. Over the wicket, bowls to Dakers, who swings and one hand comes off the bat, came off the bat as the ball goes through to the keeper. No run. 124 for 9, Jamaica. So 124 for 9, 12 from 100 gives you what? 88. 88 needed. Jamaica's fallen, said Jamor Small. Boy, we are falling and falling hard. Dakers bowl clipped away. That's a nice shot, you know, down back with a square leg. They're gone for 1. And they come back for 2 and he's run out. He's run out. Once again, Poor judgment. So 120. Was it 124? So Jamaica all out. Jamaica lost the match. Jamor Small just don't want back John in the Patriots side. Oh, he doesn't want them to play for the St. Kitts and Nevis Patriot. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate your company. Remember to stash a like on the video, click on the subscribe button. And remember that there are ways to support the channel. So if you like what we do and you care to support the channel to assist us to continue, to especially to stream those live matches, there's a link in the video description that you can use to support the channel. Thank everyone for being here. Have a wonderful night. Take care of yourself. Take care of your loved ones. And see you later.